another Little Gym at Home episode. This week our theme has been healthy habits, so making sure that you guys are continuing to stay healthy with exercise as well as eating healthy throughout the week. Mr. Brandon yesterday showed you guys a healthy plate. Today I'm going to be doing some grade school conditioning. Now this is more designed for our grade school program, which is ages 6 to 12. However, if you do have any pre-K or siblings that want to join along, they are more than welcome. Now with conditioning, what we're doing is we're helping build our stamina, we're helping build muscle tone and overall control to help us progress with our gymnastic skills. We're going to do a little bit of cardio workout with our conditioning too, which also helps our heart health. We're going to go ahead and get started. Make sure that you have a nice space spread out, whether it's in a backyard or a living room. We're going to get started with 10 jumping jacks to warm up. Make sure you guys are counting along with me. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go right into running in place. So use those arms. Make sure you're focusing on your breathing and run in place. If you want a little bit of a challenge, what we can do is called high knees. That's where you try to lift your knees all the way up to your chest. Or you can also do bottom kicks. That's where you kick your heels over on your bottom. All right, now that we're feeling nice and warm, we're going to do a quick little stretch. Bring your ear to your shoulder, ear to your shoulder, chin to your chest. And a great way to work on conditioning too is you can even play some of your favorite music to help motivate you along the way. So go ahead and turn on your favorite song along with this video for you guys to practice too. All right, last couple stretches. We're going to touch our toes and we're going to go into our first workout. All right, so for our next conditioning skills, we're going to be working on our trunk and core control. So your core areas are your tummy muscles, your side tummy muscles, which are your obliques, as well as your back muscles. These play a super important role when working on our gymnastic skills. They help us with balance and coordination and overall muscle control and motor planning control as well. First exercise I like to do to work on core control is doing some crunches. Crunches are a great way to really work the abdominal muscles and get everything nice and engaged. So when you do a crunch or a sit-up, if you have a sibling or a parent that can hold on to your ankles, they can go ahead and do so. Otherwise, try to really drive those heels down into the ground all by yourself. So when you do a sit-up, you're going to want to start by laying all the way down. You're going to want to put your arms across your chest. Make sure that you're not putting your hands behind your head because we don't want to hurt those necks. So arms across. When you do a sit-up, you're going to try to sit all the way up, all the way back down. You can also do what's called a crunch. That's where you don't go all the way up, but you're still really working and engaging that core. Let's go ahead and do 10 crunches all together. Make sure you're counting with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome job. Shake it out, everybody. All right, our next exercise to work on our core control is called a plank. Now, a plank is where we turn our body into a plank, or I also like to call it a tabletop as well too. So to practice this one, you're going to want to make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders. You're going to reach out your toes, and you're going to want to make sure that you're in a nice straight body. Go ahead and make sure that your bottom's not lifted up high or down low. You don't want to look like a seal. We want to be in a nice strong table position and try to hold it for as long as you can. We're going to go ahead and do a challenge of 10 seconds. If you feel that you can hold it even longer, awesome. If you can hold it a little bit less, that's okay too. Make sure that you're really trying your best, okay? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Shake it out. Great job. The next exercise we're going to do is push-ups and plank jacks. So there's a couple ways that you can do a push-up. One of those progressions, you're going to get back into that plank position. You're going to go all the way down, all the way up. Another way you can do it is going on your knees. Now this one can be a little bit tricky because you want to make sure that your weight is staying forward. You don't want to lift your bottom up. That doesn't count. You want to make sure that your hips are nice and square, a little bit more forward when you do that full push-up. So go ahead, find your favorite push-up position. For these, let's go ahead and do 5. Again, if you can do a little bit more, awesome. If you can do a little bit less, awesome too. Make sure you guys are trying your best. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome job, everybody. Go ahead and shake out those wrists a little bit. Sometimes they can get a little bit tight. All right, moving on to plank jacks. What you're gonna do is get back in that plank position again. And what we're gonna do is jump our feet apart and together, kind of like a jumping jack, but in a plank position. So what we'll do, get back into that plank position. Make sure that you're trying to keep that body straight as your legs go apart, together, apart, together. And again, make sure that those hips aren't going up or down. Make sure you're staying nice and straight. Let's go ahead and do 10 all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job, everybody. Go ahead and shake it out. Our next activity is going to be working on our hollow body. Now, a hollow body is what's really important to help us with our gymnastic skills, like being on the bars or working on tumbling skills like round off back handsprings, for just an example. So in order to work on a nice strong hollow body, this is one of my favorite exercises I like to do. What you're going to do is get started by lying down on your belly, and we're going to do what's called the Superman position to get started. What you're going to do is reach your arms out in front, your legs behind you. First thing you're going to do is just lift up your legs. Now make sure that you're not bending your knees. That's not right. Legs nice and straight, and those hips should be planted into the ground. All you're doing is just lifting up those legs. Go ahead and hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Next thing you're going to do is just lift up your arms. Same thing, try to keep them straight. Arms up. My chest is lifted off the ground just a little bit too. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, and relax. Let's go ahead and see if we can lift both our legs and our arms up off the ground and try to hold that one for 10 seconds. Make sure, again, arms and legs are staying straight. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if you can keep holding it, we're going to try to rock side to side. That way we're really working our core, we're working our back, and we're working our obliques. Side to side, and relax. Awesome job. Another way we're going to work our hollow body is we're going to go from a V-sit position into that Superman position. What this really requires is a lot of control in your obliques, which are part of your core. They're going to be located on the side of your stomach. So when we start in our V-sit position, it's going to be a little bit different than an elevated V-sit that we practice. What you're going to want to do is just be a little bit lower down. So you're going to lift up your legs, and you're going to lift up your chest just a little bit. And hold it, arms up by your ears. Now we're going to rock over to that Superman position and fly away. And now here's the tough part. You're going to try to go back to that V position. Oh, try not to let those shoulders hit the ground. Good job. Go ahead and relax. One more time. This time I'm going to encourage you guys to really keep those arms up and legs up, and try not to drop those shoulders when we come back. Here we go. Arms, and Superman, and back to the V-sit, and Superman, and back to the V-sit, and relax. All right, and for our last conditioning skill, we're gonna start to work on our lower tummy muscles. For this activity, go ahead and go lie down on your back. What you're gonna do is just lift your legs up slightly. Now for this one, we wanna make sure that your legs are only going about an inch or two off the floor. If we go up too high, we're not using those muscles. So just very slightly, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now at this point, what we're gonna do is go up into a candlestick position. So in a candlestick, what you're doing is trying to drive your toes up to the ceiling. This is going to be a great way to work on a candlestick position because this is a skill that we do on the balance beam back in the gym. So I encourage you guys to try to really lift those toes up to the ceiling. Try to keep that back as straight as you can. And make sure that your toes are not going over your nose, they're going straight up, kind of like a pencil. All right, so again, that's going to be the little leg lift, and then the candlestick position. Thank you guys so much for doing all of these conditioning activities with me. We encourage you to keep on checking out our videos throughout the week to learn more about healthy habits that you guys can practice at home. See you in the next video.